Hey guys, I'm here. I just had to go get a coffee. David, Scott, how you doing? I do believe we should have a couple. It shows I got 4 viewers right now. Maina, how you doing, bud? Glad to see ya. I do believe the other mod should be along shortly. And once again, Scott, I want to say thank you for this right here. Transition. Right here, because if you type into YouTube C15 NXS cat straight pipe, the first video, right there. So, I'm going to mute this. Oh, I'm doing good, pretty good. Let's see, can I get this thing to zoom in on there? Let me check. I want to try something here. I'm going to experiment with you guys. I apologize, but will it allow me to do it? No, it's not allowing me to do that. Whoops. Oh, that's because it's the alert box. Whoops. I'm on the wrong one. Screen capture. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, no, it's not allowing me to do what I wanted to do. But anyways, as you see in the exhaust on this, I got an injector is misfiring. That's raw fuel coming out of the stacks. That's a waste of money, waste of power. So I got to get the truck in. Right now, I am not going to bother putting it down for that right now. I am going to run it the way it is. I need to start bagging stuff. Yeah, a little bit closer. Can I? Let me see here. I'm trying to see something. Yeah. It's not allowing me to zoom in with this program. For some reason, screen capture. No, I don't want that one. I want that one. But anyways, yeah. This is raw fuel. This is not good. Because you can see exactly when I let off it. Right there, it clears right up. You want a horizontal video? I didn't record this. So, complain to the other guy. And if he sends it to me, I can connect to my phone and upload it that way too. Play it right out of my phone. But I'm going to go over what work was done on the engine. And actually, let me get over here onto this one. Come on. There you go. That's what I want. Move this over here. I could get into the phone real quick. Come on. Stop being a pain. This was one of the issues I had on the truck. My biggest issue, this was the button that goes on the end of the rocker arms. Most of you probably know what the rocker arm is. And this is right below here is where they adjust your valve lash. This is what goes between the valve lash, between the valve and the rocker arm. This right here, as you can see, come on, give me the next one. You're not going to do that, are you? Okay, go to this one. As you can see, there's a big chunk missing right here. Fortunately, they found all the pieces that's still sitting inside the head for this. And there's an O-ring, because oil gets pushed through this to push on either the injector or one of the valves. As you can see, all the pieces are right there. So they managed to find all of them. What's that? That's not. So they did manage to find all the parts. So that was nice to have today. Not too many people got to see this picture here, but I figure I'll show you. This was at the high school, and I took the picture of the truck with the new stacks on it. I didn't notice this big chunk of hot top until after I took the picture. There's a big chunk of hot top that fell out of the plant as I drove under. Whoops. But I got some more work to do, but it's not going to be that bad. The injector is going to be the biggest thing. I got it, Scott. Now you got to save it. Oh yeah, that shows it a lot better. All right, come on. Close. Okay, good. Don't mind me. I was just chatting with the truck foreman. He download. There we go. Sent me a message, but I won the lottery. I gotta go do another cup. Pee in another cup. No, it's not missing paint, Mana. It's not missing paint. It was hot top that fell when I Drove under the plant. It dropped. Okay, now. Where is it? Get in my gallery. There it is. Show that. Yes, I know. Cut it out. Get out of my way. Okay, there we go. This one here. Nope. That's definitely not in that folder. That's one folder I do not want to share in the public. There we go. Do. But yeah, see how that's just raw fuel getting dumped out the exhaust because there's an injector misfiring. No, it's good. That's good, Scott. That's good. That's an injector misfiring, and that's raw fuel going out the stacks. That's not something I want. But just as soon as the jakes hit, you can see it went change color to the proper color it should be. Right there. Went from that. Let's see, can I? There we go. Right there, you can see when the jakes hit. She went from blue, where the injector was sputtering, that one cylinder sputtering, to as soon as I let off the accelerator, then I turned on the jake switch right about now, and you see it coming out of the stacks. That's the color it should be. How about anybody else? But if it rained at your house, you can blame me, because this right here got a bath today. You can blame me for that. All right, let's get on the topic of the other thing that we can do here. Pellets. Let's start talking about pellets because the cold weather is coming. Oh, no, I'm jumping around here too much. Work on the truck. Okay, that button. I said that one little button on it for the valves. Let me see here if I can. Whoop. That. There we go. Show you exactly what that button is. This piece right here. That is this piece. This piece screws up the jam nut. Take this and flip it upside down. Basically. This presses down on the valves. A little hole right there for the oil. You can see the oil port right there too. But this is what was broke on me. $20. Yeah, no, I don't want that. $21 for that is what it was. And it was a... Yeah, we needed the rain. We do. Yeah, it never fails. Wash the truck and it will rain. Yeah, that is true. But this was the piece that was broke. Luckily, company called O'Connor's, which is a cat shop. They do Western Star and Mac and Volvo up in Augusta. Had just one of these. I needed one for now. However, I still have some others that should be replaced. They're not the correct size. They're not broke or anything like cracked or anything right now. But I do need to change them over to the correct size. But as of right now, the motor's running fine, except for that one injector. The injectors are under warranty. I called the company about the injector last week about it, and they do. All I got to do is figure out which one it is. What I'm going to have to do is I have to buy the injector, send the old one in, and then they'll refund me my money. So that was the issue there. As I said, I've got like four or six more of these buttons, as Kat calls them, to replace with a new adjuster screw and a new locking nut. So that's what I've got left to do. And the injectors are like $800 a pop, I think it is. And as I said, I had to replace the engine brakes assembly on that motor as well. So, the 20 R0271. Cooling system note. It's a 20 R0271. No, that's not what I wanted. 20 R0271. Right there. Okay, what is going on with this thing? That's what I wanted. So just so everybody can see, Scarborough. Yeah, that's the one I want. Oh, I can click that, don't I? Yeah, there we go. So you can see exactly what it cost me for each. I had to replace two of them. People think I'm making all kinds of money. Yeah, no, not right now. The month of July cost me. You get there's the price right there. Then there's a $400 core on top of it, plus sales tax. So you add another $100 on top of it. It was $1,758 a piece. For that part right there. Because there's something messed up internally on it. On both of them, actually. Actually, you know what? Engine. See if Kat has any more of those little buttons and the Valve train right there. I know I'm having a squirrel moment here. I'm running around just chasing things around. Man, this thing is lagging tonight. Why? Unless everybody else is trying to get cat parts. Lifter, no. Cam shaft, rocker arms. Oh, actually. Oh, I messed that up. All right. We'll see. Maybe I messed it up. Maybe I didn't. The month of July, I absolutely lost my shirt. I will be 100% honest with everyone. I lost my shirt for the month of July. Here we go. Right there. NX 20946. This will give me the exact part for my motor. Phone being plugged into the computer, slowing it down. I don't think so, but you never know. See, they want $248, $250 for each one. Unit injector. So that's going to be for the fuel injector. Rocker arm. It possibly could be that way. Come on. That's not what I want. I'm connected to a wireless. Oh, the other thing, today while washing the truck, I'm just clicking on this to show you. That's the breather vent for the motor. The downspout off of that wasn't even hooked up to it, so it was just blowing oil and everything else out the side of that down the drooling down the motor and under the hood. So I had fun cleaning that today. I'm just trying to narrow some stuff down here. See right there. You see it right there. It says factory fit. So this is an exact part for my motor. Same thing with the camshaft. You want $2,500 for a camshaft? Jeez. See, here's another one. It says factory fit for it, but this is 20R0270. I put a 20R0271 on mine. See, I don't have to worry about like tracks or anything like that. All I have is a cat engine underneath that hood. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm gonna. Hopefully I can finish the rest of the season out without any real major breakdowns. See, like right now, it shows 36 pages. I want just exact fit. Sort by... Actually, does it have it? No. Yes, fingers crossed to that statement. If everybody could cross their fingers, toes, or whatever else they could cross for that little statement I just made, it'd be great. So now, the only other issue, it's not even an issue. Right here.
Morning.
I gotta mute the mic here so I can get to where I need to be first.
Everyone. 3:30 a.m. I'm gonna try to get a coffee into me. I'm not gonna fill the whole thing and drink it. No. I'll have to run it. We're having to pee like 20 times before I get on the plane. So here we go.
Go take care of your situation, Scott. Don't worry about me. Go get. We're here. Motor sounds good. Exhaust is good. The body is solid. I see this issue. These tires are back on the truck. Unfortunately, I had no choice because the tires that I had on there originally were the steer tires that I drove back in this video. I drove back from Indianapolis on. Well, the center tread on these tires, well, basically between that rib and this rib here, on those tires, has been just breaking off in chunks. So I was like, I figured I could get a little more life out of them. But that did not happen because the tire on the driver's side, the rubber ripped off enough to go down to the steel cords. So I'm not running tires with the steel belt showing. So I had no choice but to put these two tires on. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. I gotta try to get tires on the other two rims this week. I'll see if I can't get my daughter or my son to take my pickup. The tires are in the back of my pickup right now, so I'll have them take those over to oh, he must have stopped, I think. Take those over to New England Truck Tire and get new tires put on there, because that's the only thing I can do. But now everything is. I have to say the truck has got. I've put a lot into this truck to get the dependability and the truck up to the condition that it needs to be to pass a roadside inspection. Oh, and by the way, any of you out there with CDL, know a truck driver or drive truck, next week is brake week. So that means creeper inspections. Now, the other thing I want to throw out there is new this year. If your washer fluid tank is below half, it is an out of service. Make sure your washer fluid tanks are full, aside from your tires and everything else. I'm just running these to try to get those till I get new tires on those rims. But make sure your washer fluid reservoir is full. Mine is. I did it today. But this is the situation I'm in right now. I just had to do that. I guess it was a good idea when you updated the steer tires and wheels when I did. Yes. Well, I had to anyways, just because with the state of Maine, they go by the tire size that's on the doorpost. The sticker on the doorpost, what the factory says came with it on the truck. I can go up in tire size, just can't go down in tire size. This called truck door sticker said 385, 22 fives. So that's what I put on the truck for now. I love to put 4 1/4s, but I'd have to get another set of rims to offset the width of the tires. Right now, the rims are at $500. 500 and no, the offset ones I think are almost $600. I'm sorry, everyone. I gotta turn the AC on. You might hear it in the background. I apologize. Yeah, you hear it a little bit. Here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the mic down a little bit and move it closer. There, how's that? And wrong screen. I got too many screens going. Is the AC too bad, or I just leave it alone the way it is? But the offset is going to be different because they're a wider tire. Issue right now with the tires. This, right here is scalloped. This will have to get, both of these are the same way, worn. They both tires need to be changed. Worn. They see this issue. What am I doing here? Okay, how's that? Now that I'm on the right mic, somehow I messed up. You can barely hear it? Okay. If you notice, it's humped up here, flat spotted there. I'm going to run these for now to try to get by until I get the new tires on the other ones. Issue right now with the tires. This, right here is scalloped. This will have to get, both of these are the same way. I'm also thinking that they had these tires way overinflated. It's wore here, but it's not on the outside. I think these tires were overinflated. Worn. They both tires, push tires need to be changed. It's got good drives. Let's see here. I said the tailgate body looks good. All the lights work. It's got a couple. They did put still. looking the truck over. I'll bring you in the cab here in a minute. It does have LED headlights. Alright, we've gone over this video several times. You're home finally? Well, I just walked in the door. But we are now getting into this time of the year. Back to my roots. But yeah, anyways, let's get back to the gone over what we've done on the truck so for repairs. It was almost to the point where we were going to have to pull the head to see what was going on, but luckily we found those buttons and some other minor issues. The buttons are, it's either 5 or 6 of the buttons are the wrong size, and the adjuster screws are the wrong size. So I have to get replacements for that. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, I didn't want monetization for that one. You know what? I'm going to set that as public for everybody to check out. Or is that the one I screwed up on? That might be the one I screwed up on. I'll check it out later. But anyways, we get back to. I got too many squirrels going on. I said I'm gonna do the random test tomorrow morning. They notified me Friday night. Hey, you gotta go pee in a cup. Great, that's fine. I don't care. That was via email. Yes, I am in a random drug testing program. Drug and alcohol testing program. So everyone will know I'm 100% clean, guaranteed to pass. See, we got like that short with the video from Scott. There's what I got for views on it right now. 1,514 views. I think David, you still in here? I think David might have taken off. Not sure. But I'm gonna have to keep this. I'm gonna have to keep tonight down to about an hour, everybody. I got a couple things we got to address with family. Oh, copyright with the truck on the live stream. There you go. Go to analytics. No copyrights. But you can see, this is viewers, concurrent viewers. See, thought I had 70 at one point in time. Chat met every time a message was sent in chat, it highlights it. I'm going to show you some of the analytics on this. See how people find it. Some sees like some notifications weren't sent. Now engagement. This is where I try to stay engaged with everybody. I chat with you, see how, as I said, how it kind of peaks up and down the valleys. Same thing with here. This is where how many people are watching, or where how many people are watching at a certain time of the video. See, like a lot of people after I published it were watching at that point. Then I go to here. You can see whereabouts in the video it is. Go down here to this spike. And this is where we're got the truck running. "26 unique viewers." I did not gain any subscribers on this one. I gotta go to content. See, like, go to shorts. Go to this one here. We'll go to analytics on this one. Audience. No subscribers, but you see how it shows 700 views. This is how the views show up. When it was published, and it goes in 1 hour increments. You can see how often it is. This is how long people stay on. And it shows exactly how the people find it. Plus it's likes and dislikes. Nobody's disliked it. I'll go back here, content. Actually, I need to do this. Give me a second here. Audience. Okay, there we go. Show something to everybody. Look at this. Right here. 59.6% of people that watch the videos are not subscribed. It's free. Geography tells me where a lot of it is. I mean, I get 2.5% come from Australia, South Africa. I can knock it down to 7 days. Guys, go Germany, Australia, Japan, UK, Canada, United States. That's how they can get things down. Right there, see, like that's US. 1,786 views was in the US. So you see how the analytics work on the channel. Do I understand them? Absolutely not. Content. There we go. But all right, we're gonna get to the pellets now. We got to get going on that because I will be jumping back on that soon. That is typical. Most people don't subscribe. You got that? That is correct. Whoops. Where'd you go, Jeff? I only see just another Mina in here. See, like June and July specials. We're in August. would say some did. Some probably did miss it because, as I said, right now, $360 a ton for Wood and Sons, and they're the only one that offered a summer sale. Because, as I said, get to pellets here. Get over to the pellet side and see. Canadian. Vermont the only thing Vermont could do was just guarantee their price would be steady for the rest of I think for like 2 or 3 months. Excuse me. Matra's Canadian. Okay, you just saw on the homepage, Wood and Sons is left things on special. Logique and Force are all Canadian. All right, you're just too quiet for a change. Because right now, all the Canadian is just with the tariffs was going on. It was just hard to figure out what was going to happen with the Canadian pellets. So there was that, and let me get here. Again, Ambiance is Canadian, Canawick, Cubex, Energex actually is now Lignetics. And I think they're made in Pennsylvania. Lacrete, we saw that. They're made way out west in Canada. Way out west in Alberta. There we go. Jeez, I can't speak tonight. Matra, Okanagan, PWI, which is another Canadian. Spruce Point that he does not sell no more. Super Spruce he doesn't sell anymore. Vermont's made in New Hampshire and Vermont. Wood and Sons. So, and this gentleman here did pick up another donkey. Another low profile donkey. However, it is a Frankenstein low profile. I haven't seen it yet, but I talked to him on the phone. What they did is they took a standard donkey, bought the mast, and Frankensteined it to the chassis. But at the same time, they also cut the roll cage and lowered it down, welded it. So the mast and the cage, the rollover protection cage on the donkey, are now the same height. So I have not seen that machine yet. Special. So what did he offer? Just delivery. Summer hours by appointment. All right, here we go. Range choice, Lignetics. And the Peterbilt. The Blue Pete is now on the road with a donkey too. So now we have the International, the Kenworth, and the Peterbilt all ready to go, good to go with donkeys. And yes, we have donkeys on for each one. He wants me to, when I come back this year, he said he's gonna probably throw me in the Pete with the donkey that I've always used, because he says people love it with me in that. He's not gonna throw me on the Frankenstein donkey yet. That's what he says. He can change his mind. See, that's all Canada. No, that one is U.S. The Energy Logs is U.S. Home Fire Logs is U.S. But NV8, so these are Canadian, and these are Canadian. Whoop. Wow, is he stepping up his game? Don't know. But he's finally got the Blue Pete on the road with a different donkey. He sold one of the older ones that we bought. See, we started off with like a donkey from like 1990, I think it was. Or it might have been, it was in the 90s, I'll say that. It didn't have regular forks on it. It had sliding forks. You hit a lever, the forks will slide out. It's got like an inner and outer fork. I think I've showed that I've talked about it on stream before. I know I have. But we started off with that. Then we bought the two, I call them the twins. We bought those two from that salt place out in Ohio. We worked those for a while. Then, of course, I got hurt, and when I got hurt, he bought that donkey that you see in all the videos. You've seen me in all those videos, the low profile one. So he sold one of the twins, and took that money and bought the other one, the Frankenstein one. It's not as he said, it's not as wide as the factory one, but it's still a low profile Frankenstein style, low profile. I haven't seen it. Actually, you know what? I think I've got it. Let me check my phone here real quick. Pretty sure he sent me a picture of it. I just have to save it to my phone. Yeah, right here. Download. Let me get... Okay. Let me get back over here to this. Yeah, right here. And he finally put mirrors on it. But that's what... Now that he's got the peak all taken care of. And this one can carry 12 without a problem. Without the donkey, we can carry 14. So that would be my chariot when I get back, I think. Looks sharp, it does. I have to say it does look good. However, there was issues that I did not see when I picked it up, when I went down to Long Island and he bought it and we drove it back. He did have to replace all 6 injectors in the motor. The windshield. What else was there? I think there was something. Injectors, windshield. The windshield was actually replaced twice. Because they put it in, he drove it back to the shop. It sat out back for like a week or two. Then he went out back. When he went back to grab it, the windshield was cracked again. The brakes were good. Had to, by the looks of it. Yeah, that's a new brake can right there. But that's the truck that I drove back from Long Island. And I said he's been doing touch-up paint on it too during the year. As you can see, it's not really all that rusty in here as well. Let me go back, see if did he send me a picture from right there. Yeah, right there. Download that. Alright, now go back over here. Refresh that view. Working on it. He decided to do some painting. He got bored. Redid the paint. Wait a minute. Those tires are too thin to be too narrow for the... Wait a minute here. Yeah. I think that's the new one. The newest one. Because those tires are too narrow. Those are the older style donkey tires. They're narrow. They're not as wide. And the new one is 3-wheel drive. I'm just trying to see if I can't see any real... Nope, that is the old one. Sorry, that is the old one because there's a new seat he put on there before I left. That is the old one, so my apologies. He must have just thrown those on to get it to move around until you get new tires. But yeah, no, I will be going back to doing those deliveries. On top of this work here too. On top of this work. Let you know too. Yes, I'll be doing deliveries. However, there is talks. Ralph. Have that Pete after the video you shot. This one right here, this video. This short. I have to say this was not taken by me. It was taken by a subscriber, a friend, a subscriber, and a moderator. If you're talking about this one here. This was Friday on my way home. Of course, today I went down to the shop and gave it a good bath, scrubbed it, got it all nice clean. I put acid to the tanks, cleaned everything up. Then it rained today. Or were you talking about, I apologize, the Blue Pete you drove back from New York? Yes. Nope, he had it for a long time. We were using it as, let me get back to it real quick. We were using this truck just to go to shuffle product around. While I was out in the international with this donkey doing deliveries, he was taking this truck and bringing product down to the warehouse. Or he would go to the mills and pick up a load and bring it down to the warehouse or to the store. No, he never got rid of it. He kept it. He kept it. Because, of course, this one's got the automatic transmission in it. That's one of the reasons why he bought it. I told him, I mean, it's a full wheeler. It doesn't have a lift axle like I have on the International or the Kenworth. These axles are on the ground all the time. The International and the Kenworth, this axle picks up and down. This one doesn't. But yeah, this one's a automatic tandem. We can put two. As I said, without the donkey on the back, we can put 14 on there instead of the 10. The International and the Kenworth, we can do 12 without the donkey. This one here, we can do 14 without the donkey. So this one here can do 12, which is 2 more pallets. And you say two pallets for each load. I do 3 a day, so you're talking 6 pallets a day, 5 days. That's an extra 30 pallets being delivered, which is an extra 3 loads per week. We're able to get out of those 3 loads. You're probably talking we could do anywhere from 6 to 12 extra customers a week. So that's another reason why he bought it with the longer body. And it's the same thing with the red Kenworth down here for main pellet sales. He can do 12 without the Moffett on the back. 12 with the Moffett on the back, 14 without it. But with these 2 trucks, 14, you are really pushing the gross weight of these trucks. Because as you see, this is only good for 54.6. And I do not know what the empty weight of this truck is yet. If I ever have it, and I go down to the mill, pick up a load of pellets from Wood & Sons, I'll go across the scales and see what the empty weight is. But yeah, no, he has too much invested in this truck to get rid of it. That little green one, I think he sold that one. Get back here to this. Where was it? Oh yeah, here we go. Here's another way to look at it. Videos with copyright strikes. That's a softball game, no big deal. This one here. See, I've got 5 with some with copyright strikes, but no big deal. I'm not worried about that. I think it was got demoted. That one right here. Yeah. Actually. Morning. Things could be a little different today, Dad. Yeah, this. I think he sold this truck Oh, actually, this is one of the older donkeys too. I think this is one of the donkeys he sold. $315.80 R22.5s on the drive of your Pete. Does your state law allow you to carry more weight? Not familiar with Maine law. Oh, you're up in Quebec? Okay, yeah. No, I wound up putting 385 22.5s on my steer axle because I had standard 11R 22.5s on the steer axle when I picked the truck up. So I had to buy new tires and rims for the 385 22.5 steer tires. And when those 11R 22.5s, I just moved back to the pusher axle on my truck. And those actually are now sitting in the back of my pickup because the center part of the tread, chunks of rubber were coming out, and one tire was right down to the cords. Steel belt was showing. So I had to pull those tires off and put a set of just basically 11R 22.5 standard like drive rims on my pusher axle to do that. Far as weight, let me see if I can't. Could see like here. Weight and mass. So see, like in the U.S., we're in the state of Maine. I'm allowed 75,900 pounds. The 11R 22.5s on the steer, I think was, as I said, the previous owners. I bought it from a dealership. Whoever had it before me, I was not too impressed with the way they did things on that truck. The past few months has been a struggle with it. I think I finally got ahead of it. But yeah, you can see, 34,000 kilograms. 34.4 kilos is what we convert out to metric. So that's what I'm allowed here. And they went by the door sticker, the door sticker on the sticker on the door jamb says that the manufacturer, that truck was spec'd out on the steer axle with 385 22.5s. Yeah, the 385 22.5s for the steer tires. They had just standard 11R 22.5s. I was not impressed with that. I knew I had to change it when I got back. And I have 11R 24.5 drive tires on that. Yeah, just kind of point out with you. You had 11R 22.5 steer and 24.5 for drives. Yes, the 24.5 drives are there. You got a 97 T800. Don't worry, I know you. Yeah, so you know how it is. Yeah. Yeah, I feel for you, bud. I do. My neighbor up north. So yeah, I got 11R 24.5 drives, 11R 22.5 on my pusher axle, and 385 22.5 for the steer tires. So yeah, I'm good for, because of the weight, I need to have that extra tire, that footprint on the ground. See, I don't know, like just like you, Raphael, I don't know what goes on the board on your side of the border. I just know what happens on my side. So I hope you can hope you understand that. But I'm gonna have to get going here soon. I got some stuff to do. I only wanted to go an hour, and we're at an hour and 15. But I do appreciate everybody that joined me, and Ralph, Mayna, Jeff, Scott, David, and whoever else is out there. I mean, I don't bite. I'm a pretty chill person. I love interacting with everyone. So please, don't be afraid to jump in, chat. But yeah, this is one of the older donkeys. How I can tell is the way this mast setup is. This is the older donkeys. Older donkey. Oh. I think this truck he sold. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, Hunter, don't be shy. Jump in. I don't know if you're here or not. How you doing, kiddo?
Jeff there?
Yeah, Jeff is in here.
Is Mayna there?
Mayna is in here.
Hi, Jeff. Hi, Mayna.
Can't miss her big mouth. But no, yeah. See, I see 5 viewers. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. That might be just. Mayna says hi, Kay. Let's see, you got Jeff, Hunter, Raphael, Mayna. That's 3. Still a couple more out there. Haven't jumped in chat. Oh, one might be me because I'm monitoring it on my TV. That's where it could be. But yeah, so we're gonna keep things going here eventually. With this, probably in this truck here, come this sometime this fall. Now there's jumping around. I know I'm jumping around like a damn. I won't say it. I'll be good. This winter with that truck. Plus, there's talks of me working my truck, my Pete, this winter for this company. They said it won't be every day of the week, but it could be a couple days a week hauling stuff for them this winter. Still not sure of that. I'm in talks with the owner about trying to rent a machine so I can do, if it still hasn't happened. I haven't gotten the contract back yet. But if I get the Domino's pizza that I have to do snow removal on. Yeah, the owner's got the contracts. He hasn't gotten back to me, so I'm kind of in limbo right now, not knowing what's happening. But I'm 99% sure I've got the one in town. So, but everyone, I'm gonna have to pull a plug here. The wife just kind of gave me the look of we need to sit down and talk with the young one. So we have some family issues to talk about. So I am going to jump off here and wish everyone a good week. And hopefully I have a good week myself. So until then, I will catch everyone later.